The NFL is built on surprises. For every powerhouse like the Chiefs or 49ers, there's always that team nobody saw coming. Remember the Texans in 2023? Or the Jaguars a couple years back? Well, buckle up, because this year we've got 3 franchises that could crash the playoff party when nobody's looking. This year, our bet for big underdogs includes the Chicago Bears, Atlanta Falcons, and Arizona Cardinals. Now, I know what you're thinking. Really? Those teams? But hear us out. Each of them has a storyline that could make them one of the biggest surprises of the 2025-26 NFL season. Let's start in Chicago. The Bears have been stuck in football purgatory for years, constantly searching for stability at quarterback. But now, after drafting Caleb Williams with the first overall pick in 2024, they finally have hope under center. Williams' rookie year had its bumps, as expected, but the flashes were undeniable. Over 3,400 passing yards, 22 touchdowns, and an ability to make plays off script that Bears fans haven't seen in decades. That's the kind of raw talent you can actually build around. But it's not just about Williams. The Bears did something rare last season. They quietly built a complete roster. DJ Moore put up another 1,300-yard receiving year, and rookie Rome Odunze started to show why he was one of the top wide receiver prospects in the draft. Suddenly, Chicago has a legitimate 3-headed monster at receiver. Add in DeAndre Swift in the backfield, who topped 1,200 all-purpose yards in 2024, and you've got balance. Defensively, the Bears started 2024 slowly, but when they traded for Montez Sweat, everything changed. They finished the year with the #1 rush defense, holding opponents to under 90 yards per game on the ground. That's the kind of identity that can win games in the cold, windy months at Soldier Field. So why are the Bears overlooked? Simple. They're young, they've been bad for a while, and the NFC North is stacked with the Lions and Packers. But if Williams makes that year 2 leap, if Odunze breaks out, and if that defense stays stingy, the Bears could shock the entire division. Now let's head down south to Atlanta. The Falcons were one of the most frustrating teams to watch in 2024. On paper, they had weapons everywhere. Bijan Robinson, Kyle Pitts, Drake London. But the offense never took off because the quarterback play was shaky at best. Despite that, Robinson still finished with over 1,300 rushing yards and 12 touchdowns, and London quietly put up nearly 1,100 receiving yards. These guys were producing even when defenses knew exactly what was coming. And here's where it gets interesting. The Falcons now have Michael Penix Jr. under center for his second year. He has a high ceiling, but lacks the track record that would prove consistency. But if he brings some offensive firepower, then we could see a lot of positive momentum for the Falcons. And with that potential, this offense could finally open up. Imagine defenses trying to stack the box against Bijan when Penix Jr. has London and Pitts stretching the field. That's a nightmare matchup. On defense, the Falcons aren't dominant, but they've been sneaky solid. Jesse Bates led one of the best safety units in the league with 4 interceptions, and the front 7 started to gel by the end of last year. If they can get more pressure on the quarterback, this team goes from pesky to downright dangerous. So why are they overlooked? The NFC South has been a carousel of mediocrity, and fans just don't trust Atlanta to put it together. But with Penix Jr. leading an offense full of playmakers, this could be the year the Falcons finally break out of that cycle. And now we head west to the Arizona Cardinals. Here's a team almost everyone wrote off heading into 2024. Kyler Murray coming off injury, a newer head coach, a roster full of holes. It looked like a lost cause. But something funny happened. The Cardinals played hard. They weren't winning a ton of games, but they weren't the pushover everyone expected either. And then came Marvin Harrison Jr. The rookie wide receiver wasted no time proving he's the real deal. Over 850 yards, 8 touchdowns, highlight plays every other week. He gave Arizona fans a reason to believe again. And more importantly, he gave Kyler Murray a true #1 target for the first time since DeAndre Hopkins. Speaking of Murray, he actually looked revitalized in 2024. After missing so much time, he came back and reminded everyone why he's such a dynamic quarterback, putting up over 3,500 total yards with 25 combined touchdowns. He's still one of the best dual-threat QBs in the league when healthy, and now he's got a weapon who can turn any throw into 6 points. Defensively, Arizona is still a work in progress, but they've got the pieces. Budda Baker continues to be the heart of that secondary, and the young front 7 showed flashes of improvement. They're not a top-tier defense yet, but they're no longer a doormat either. So why are they overlooked? because everyone still sees them as a rebuilding team. They're not there yet. But if Murray stays healthy, Harrison keeps ascending, and this team keeps buying into Jonathan Gannon's culture, the Cardinals could be one of the toughest outs in the NFC. That's the fun part about football. You never really know until the games are played. So let me throw it over to you. Out of these 3 overlooked teams, which one do you think has the best shot to make a run this season? Or is there someone out there we didn't even mention?